I'm very favorable to the annexation. They are our neighbors, and we embrace them, and we, of course, want everything we can possibly do to make our schools as safe as we can.
That's City of St. Augustine Mayor Nancy Sykes-Klein on the city's recent annexation. Liz Ryan explains.
City of St. Augustine commissioners voted unanimously Monday night to annex the almost 40 acres that's home to St. Joseph Academy Catholic High School. The property is owned by the Roman Catholic Church and the Diocese of St. Augustine and is contiguous to the City of St. Augustine city limits. City Manager David Burcham explained the reason for the annexation.
Customarily, the city had provided police security for the St. Joe's campus, but there was a liability issue because the officer was a city officer acting as security outside the city limits.
This would give St. Joseph's the same police protection that other schools have.
Like R.B. Hunt. We also have city police officers at Flagler College.
He says the school will pay for the police protection, and with the annexation, the police department is safe from liability.
It's a service that we provide to our community. They pay for it. So we will enter into a contract with St. Joe's where they will now pay in a manner that does not increase the city's liability because they will be inside the city limits.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Well, it's a theme that we're hearing all across Florida, and that is about our traffic and infrastructure. Well, certainly infrastructure is a top issue for many in St. Johns County, both the electeds and other concerned citizens.
Local leaders are making their case for state funding before the St. Johns County Legislative Delegation.
State Representatives Sam Greco and Johnson Sapp represent Districts 19 and 20. They met face-to-face last week with constituents, community leaders, and charitable organizations.
Well, it was a great meeting, and we had great participation from the community and learned a lot, and we really appreciate their time for coming out today because we do learn new things that we can take back to Tallahassee to fight for everybody here in the community.
Greco says many of the requests were for infrastructure projects.
We heard asks regarding education and water issues, homelessness. Certainly, there were a lot of needs brought to our attention, and the delegation will have to figure out what we can actually deliver the best results on and how we can have the best impact from Tallahassee for the county.
He admits filling all of the community's needs will be a challenge.
Well, it's difficult. There's so many very meritorious asks, and certainly you want to be able to bring back as many results as possible. But we have to look at what are the most pressing needs, what needs have potentially other avenues that they can seek funding from, and what the priorities of the legislature are this year and what types of issues are going to have the most traction.
Sapp says he's eager to get to work for his constituents.
Good news is the community is well aware of the issues and have really thought it out to us to help us articulate what needs to be done in Tallahassee.
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
If you get a one-ring call, don't call back.
A while back, we warned you about the one-ring scam. That's when you get a phone call from a number you don't know and the call stops after just one ring. Well, the scam is back with a vengeance, and the FCC just issued a news advisory about it. Here's how you should respond, according to a Federal Trade Commission public service announcement.
Your phone rings once, and before you can pick up, the caller hangs up. They are not in your contacts, so should you return their call? No. Scammers use one-ring phone scams to try to get you to return their call. If you do, you'll get hit with big per-minute charges on top of an international calling rate. So, don't return calls from people you don't know. Learn more at ftc.gov/one-ring phone scams.
You're also asked to report the robocall to the FTC at donotcall.gov. And always check your phone bill for suspicious or unusual charges. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
In other news, the First Baptist Church of Hastings has announced via social media that 14-year-old Macelyn Mooney, who was hit last week by a hit-and-run driver while waiting for his school bus, is awake and talking. He's undergone surgery, and his medical team is optimistic about his recovery. If you'd like to donate to a fund set up for his medical care, please go to the First Baptist Church of Hastings website. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.